All right, everybody. Welcome back to Squad Talk Podcast, the podcast where we have interesting conversations with interesting people. My name is DJ Mav.
And I'm Damn Daniel.
My name is DJ Mav.
And I'm Damn Daniel.
That's right. You can follow our Instagram page at the Squad Talk Podcast and the radio page at the Turnout Friday Show.
Yeah.
You want to let them know where they can find you?
Oh, you guys can follow me. You guys can follow. This is our first day, bro.
Yeah.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at What a Damn Story, and you guys can follow DJ Mav on Instagram at DJ Mav Entertainment.
There it is. All right. So, we like to have interesting people on this podcast. Today, we actually have 4 very interesting people, and the industry is a little bit different than what we've been doing the last couple of weeks. We've been really focused on, entertainment, but like we say, we just figure somebody or something is interesting when I bring them on the show and have a good conversation about it. Cutting Edge is in the house. What's going on, people? What's going on? It's the squad. All right. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves one by one. We're going to go ahead and start with you, Ponce.
Hello. What's up?
Go ahead, let them know your name, where they can find you, and, and what you do for a living.
You can find me at Ponce, Ponce, another E, _fresh on Instagram. Check me out and get down on the haircuts. Follow me.
The Barber.
That's right.
All right, let's keep it moving.
What's up, man? My name is David Powell. Everybody knows me as Luda. You can check out my Instagram at Luda the Barber. I'm over here at Cutting Edge Barbershop. Hit me up for your next cut.
Nice.
That's right.
I need one, by the way.
Pull up.
So, right now, it's like growing up. I feel like I'm like Krusty the Clown or whatever.
Boss man.
All right. Well, my name is George. You can find me at Cutting Edge _George. George as in Jorge, Jorge. Yeah, pull up Cutting Edge. That's where you can find us.
There it is.
Out of Lancaster, right?
Correct.
Man, I remember we had you guys, or we had you specifically, on the show, but it was on radio, I believe, right? Or was it on?
No, we got him on the podcast.
Yeah, on the podcast as well.
We got one more.
And I'm Tanya, and you can find me at _Tanya.B.
There it is.
Nice.
Yeah, we had him in the early podcast days.
Dude.
Yeah.
I remember you were talking about your future goals, and then now we have you after you've already accomplished those goals.
We're still working on them.
Okay.
We're still working
Still a
on
lot
them.
to work on.
It's in the works now, finally.
Yeah, so quick recap on anybody that didn't listen to that episode. He had his own, what would you call it, a studio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Single barber studio.
Okay. And Luda and Tanya, you guys were working at a different shop together.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ponce, you were at a separate shop?
Separate.
Yeah. Okay. And things happened and you guys ended up together. So we're going to get into that. But the first thing that Daniel and I were talking about yesterday that'd be interesting to talk about is, what was the pandemic like for the barber industry?
Dang.
I mean, to be honest with you guys, it was tough, but at the end of the day, man, it's learning how to cut hair with a blessing. You can do it anywhere you go. You can be a mobile barber. You can have people come to you. At the end of the day, it's a gift. There's always gonna be work. Hair grows every day. There's hair growing right now. People need haircuts all the time, and we're blessed to have that technique to be able to cut hair. And any of us 4 can tell you we're always gonna be good wherever we do.
Meeting new people as well. It's always a
Do me a favor, pick up your mic for me, please. There you go.
meeting new people is always a blessing, Getting walk-ins.
The mic. There you go.
My bad.
Maybe we should have given him the headphones.
Here, bro. You want to come through?
No, right on. So, we're all 4 of you guys, and I don't know if, I'm sure you can say this, it's a podcast, but we're all 4 of you guys cutting right away, or were you really worried about the COVID situation and you didn't cut for a while?
I mean, I'm going to speak for myself. I stopped for a little bit. I got spooked. You started hearing people close to you get the virus, I guess, flu.
Mm-hmm.
And I did stop for a little while. I put stuff on hold, and just start digging in savings, At first it was a little scary, as the months went by. it just got to the point where you're like, screw it, let's just start cutting.
Yeah.
You know, because we all got lives. We got people. We got
you have
kids to
schedules.
feed,
You know.
We got bills.
Yeah, that's right.
We got bills. You know.
Daniel, how long did you go without a haircut?
I think I look like the Lion King for like 4 months.
Damn.
Man, you think this is bad, man? I'm like Mufasa with lice.
That's funny.
Man, we down the street. Excuses now.
He's like, come, but don't bring the lice with you.
Leave the lice.
I was very blessed, man, because my girl was taking care of me with the haircuts. You know, shout out to Tanya B from Cutting Edge.
Hey, okay.
Tanya?
Sundays and Mondays days off, but any other day, come through.
There was a day off on pandemic time.
Oh no, I'm just giving advertising for right now.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Taking time off on pandemic. That's luxury right there.
So, you know, like I can kind of have a little bit of insight of what, you know, it was like for you guys, but for the listeners, you know, that may not know much about the industry or anything, talk a little bit about what the next step was for when you guys finally did decide to start cutting. Did you guys have any sort of procedure on like where you want to take your clients? Because I can imagine you don't want them to come to your house because of COVID, but you also don't want to not work. So anything you guys got to say on something like that?
I mean, I'm gonna speak for myself. It was a little hard. You just start getting paranoid about people. You don't know where they've been. It's almost kind of like a, you know.
You gotta wear protection.
Like an STD?
Yeah,
I'll say it for you.
Yeah, it was a little like an STD, almost like, hey, where you been at?
I need a record.
Who you been hanging out with?
Right.
I need you to keep timekeeping.
I need your track record real
There you
quick.
go.
But yeah, it was a little hard. I mean, like I said, just for me, I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm pretty sure for them as well. You know, I know Tanya got a little boy. Luda, he lives with, you know, he has a little girl, whatever, and his wife, and Brian, you know, family and all that stuff. So I'm pretty sure it had to be the same for all of us.
We got mouths to feed. You know?
We got mouths to feed, and we got these mouths to take care of. Meaning by we don't want to get no one sick. And same with our clients, you know, we didn't want to get them sick as well. Because just the whole
It goes hand in hand.
yeah, like we see a lot of people, they probably see a lot of people. We didn't know, and still to this day we still don't know. But we're trying to do as best as we can.
Did you guys ever have a situation where somebody invited you over their house for a haircut, and maybe like they told you like, "Yo, come through to cut my hair," and while you were there, maybe like 3 other guys showed up to get a haircut because. You know, a lot of people were so desperate. He was trying to sneak him in. Did you guys have any situation like that?
No, I was doing like appointment kind of
Right.
kind of thing.
But in an appointment, did you ever have an appointment where like you made an appointment with one guy and then he tried to bring in like his friends while you were there?
Of course, cousins, you know.
And you were okay with that?
Not really. I was guessed out about it, but
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. I mean, I still got them in, but
Yeah.
yeah. You know?
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Times get tough, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
What do you got to do?
You think
I get
about
it.
it, you're like, man, I really don't want to do these people, but the way my bank account set up,
The way my
my
bank account
savings,
set up.
my check-ins, you know.
Yeah.
So you start thinking about it. You're like, man, I really need to do these haircuts.
Yeah, right on. Who forgot to mute their phone?
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. We're using sign language here.
All right, no worries. Cool, man. Let's talk about making a transition. All 4 of you guys had to make a transition, you know, from your current situation into this situation you're in now. What was that like? Because it's a very uncertain time. You know, I can imagine you guys were all in your other shop for a good amount of time, and you know, making that jump in a time like this must have been kind of crazy, but you guys did it. So what were you guys experiencing at that time? What is it that made you do it?
I should probably speak first since I was like the first one.
Okay.
Right.
It was hard. I was scared. I remember I was scared, and then I was like, oh my God, it's a new shop. I'm not going to make money. And then who's going to follow me? And then on top of that, it was just me and George. So I was like, what if it's just us? Nobody else wants to join. But then thankfully, you know, we got another barber like 2 weeks later. And then after that, Luda saw us, like his friend. So then he jumped in. And then little by little, like our clients started seeing like, oh, Luda's there too, you know, or this person's there. And then, I don't know, everything just started like falling into place. Like thankfully we have our clients that followed us and then referring us on top of that. And then obviously like social media, it helped a lot. Like,
and I think this is like the most important part here is that you guys believe in George and in each other.
Oh shit.
You know, to start off in this new shop.
Right.
And that right there, I feel like that's like a whole family thing too, because you guys are taking care of each other. You know, like trying to get other clients to you're trying to recommend other clients like to your friends, to each other.
Right.
So that you guys can get more work as well.
Yeah, and I want to speak to, and then Ponce got a similar story to me, but we've been at the same shop for 7 years. I was at Martinez since 2013, and met a lot of cool people, got a lot of great customers, but it's time for a change, you know. And I was scared, like, I'm not gonna lie, the last 3 years I worked with Tanya, and I think I was just ready for something new, you know, and better. And, you know, I gave it a new shot, and I'm not gonna lie, my first day I was scared. Didn't know if I was gonna, you know, be able to do the same thing I was doing, if customers were gonna follow me, if the money was right. And I even told George, man, by the second day, I knew this was a place, because if you guys don't know, man, George, this guy, his mindset is different. He moves different. I like the way he moves. He thinks different. You know, it's not just about him. He worried about the team. And honestly, it only took me 48 hours to know the way this guy is. You know, and it feels different, man. I'm a couple years older than him. He's younger than me, but the way he moves, like, he's very mature. You know, he like he takes care of his team. And when on my second day when I was there, I was like, yeah, this got to be the place, man. I like the way he moves, and man, this guy got a bright future. And then with Tanya by my side and Ponce, this guy right here, me and Ponce, man, we go way back, man. He's a cool guy, man. I see all of them like a family, you know. And it was something hard and challenging and different for me, but I know deep inside I made the right move. With George leading us way, we all gonna be good.
And I think that goes for a lot of things, not just, it doesn't really matter what industry you're in. Like leadership, good leadership can really do a lot for everybody involved, you know. And you know, for anybody listening right now, you know, that may, you know, because a lot of our listeners are kind of involved in the entertainment industry, right? So, but this could apply for them too as well, because you know, if you're in a certain place where you feel like you're just not really getting the support you need, and things are not really going nowhere, making that jump may seem scary in the beginning, but once you do, a lot of the times you're pretty happy, right? Because things turn around for the better, right?
Right.
Ponce, anything you want to add on that?
It just feels right. I mean, we have a good squad, you know, I'm trying to make it pop, and
I feel it.
It feels real, Brian.
Yeah,
It feels real.
Yeah.
it feels real, you know, and I want to keep on pushing and, you know, make it right.
Right on. There you go.
Clients and
We bring a lot to the table, man. It's only 4 of us, and at the shop we got room for 4 more. So right now it's, you know, what is it, November 9th? 6 months from now, man, it's gonna be a whole nother shop, man. We might have another barber, 2, 3, 4. I know we're gonna be good, man.
Right on.
What do you guys look for like as far as getting new barbers right now? Since
Right
you guys,
now?
and I know you guys have your team right now, and I'm assuming from what I've seen, you know, like
Definitely.
it's working out.
It's working. I think what we were looking for is someone that's a team player, but unique in its own way. They got it. If they feel some sort of uniqueness to them, that's great. I feel like everyone here is different, but we all fit together. You feel me? I think, you know, everyone has their own special way of doing things. But as a personal level, we all vibe, and that's kind of what that's what we kind of look for, you know. We want a whole shot to
Like
vibe.
family.
Exactly. Like if if the whole shop is vibing, there's a good attitude, no one's upset with someone else, etc., etc. You walk in there and you're like, man, I feel the vibes. It feels good in here. You know what I mean?
It's like being at home again.
Right. Or it's just like, man, like this is like imagine it like a kickback. Like, man, this is a cool ass kickback. Like everything's smooth. Everyone's vibing together. That's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to be all super strict by the book. That's why we became barbers, to be our own person, and cut hair while we at it. So
there it is. Let's talk a little bit about the way the structure of a barber works for the listeners that may not know. Can you guys break it down? Do barbers work for hourly pay by their employer? Do barbers work as a W-2 for the shop? Things like that. Is a barber required to bring their own clippers, and or are they provided for them? Things like that. Answers, questions that we already know the answer to, but we got to keep in mind some of the listeners. This might be things that they're wondering. So, what is it like? Does a barber work as a W-2 for their barbershop?
No.
So they're okay. So they work as a contractor.
Self-employed, meaning each person is their own boss. You know what I mean? They get their clients, they pay them. So pretty much, long story short, is Luda the barber, he's his own boss. Ponce Fresh, he's his own boss. Tanya, she's her own boss. You feel me?
Now, what about a situation like a barber charging a separate price for a haircut to because is that allowed in the game? Is that a thing?
Well, first thing most, let me say there's two different ways you can pay. There's commission and there's booth rent. Commission is where you add up everything you made for the day and you give the owner a certain percentage. And then booth rent is where every week you have a certain amount you have to pay. Now, when it comes to prices at our shop, we do appointment. So, appointments are different prices than regular prices. So we charge what we charge. Since the cutting edge, we're booth rent. So at the end of the week, we pay a booth rent. And our prices are all the same. But when we do appointment, we charge a little different. You know what I mean? So every barbershop is different. There can be somebody listening right now that they pay commission, who wish they can pay booth rent, and there's people who pay booth rent that rather pay commission. You know what I mean? So everybody is different.
Yeah.
So depending on where you work out or what shop you do, everybody's different.
That sounds fair.
And what about the scheduling? You guys got your individual days off.
I mean, we like he said, we're our own boss, but we have a schedule so we can all have our days off. You know what I mean? So it's not like, I don't mean like we're our own boss, that we can come in wherever we want. No, we have our certain schedule. We come with a schedule and we had to follow our schedule. If there's a day where I have to work and I want a day off, it's like any other place. You request a day, and if it's available, you take it. If it's not, well, I mean, nothing you could do. You just got to go to work.
And I'll put in a little bit on something what he's saying right here. The schedule's mostly so we let our clients know when we're there. You feel me? That's just so, let's just say so and so's not in, we could at least tell him he's off this day and this day, or it's a day that they're scheduled to come in. Hey, he comes in from this time to this time. It's mostly just for our clients. Like I said, we're our own boss. Almost like
it does make sense, because then, like, what if one time you get a haircut and then you're like, oh, okay, well, they told me that so and so comes in on this day and it's this day, so that means that they're off.
Right. So, and things happen. So I like to be flexible. I think I am. I like to be. Everyone got a life. You got doctor's appointments. You got babies you got to take care of. Whatever the case is. But mostly we like to follow a schedule just so we can tell our clients we'll be here from this time to this time.
Staying organized.
This day to this day. Or so-and-so is off this day and that day. That's all it's for. Mostly, we're like you guys say, like we're self-employed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like going back to like your shop, when did you guys end up, or when did you end up opening the shop officially?
officially.
Okay. So
pretty much the day the governor let us open. I want to say what, two months ago.
2 months ago? This November.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the 4th of September.
There you go.
Was it?
Something like
How
that.
difficult was it dealing with like the city as far as that? Because I know like sometimes the city requires you to do.
I mean, we're just hearing rumors right now. Like,
Yeah.
So
Has anybody actually got busted? You guys hear about any shops?
That's what I'm saying. We're just hearing rumors.
But you don't personally know somebody that works at that shop. And
They won't say.
Oh, they won't say.
They won't say.
Dang. Okay.
We'll keep this one under the wraps.
There it is. Right on. All right. So, what's one of the biggest things that you guys had to do to prepare to come back into business after the pandemic? In the barbershop industry, period. You know, anything different besides masks being the obvious?
Different, like when this whole thing happened.
Yeah, like when the governor said, "All right, you guys can open up again." Was there any sort of criteria that barbershops needed to meet, and what was it to be able to open, or if there was any
Capacity.
capacity?
Mask.
Yeah.
So everybody just kind of waits in the car.
It would be more of like appointment only, like time.
Oh,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Gloves, masks required.
Yeah.
yeah.
Check the temperature right when they come in the barbershop.
Can you really cut hair when the client has a mask on?
It's hard.
Hey.
Yeah, because I feel like that's like cutting their hair if they got their glasses on.
It's hard. You gotta get the hair behind the ear.
Dang.
Some have like some hard ass hair, like ear.
You get some fighters. They got cauliflower. Their ears feel like rocks.
Strong ears.
Yeah. What about cutting like with a mask on? I mean, I feel like it must be hot as hell having that thing on.
I'll be honest, I'm already used to it. The first couple of weeks, it was like, man, I can't breathe in this. But, you know, eventually, it's like, sometimes you're cutting, like, oh, man, I don't even got my mask on. Shit, feels weird, you know, but
Yeah.
you get used to it, I guess, you know.
You adjust yourself to it.
Right.
That's right.
Sometimes you're eating and you forget about it.
Yeah.
Got a hole in that.
Get out the side.
It's like old pants. You just get holes on them.
Let's talk about house calls, man. How do you guys feel about house calls? During the pandemic, a lot of people were doing house calls. You guys with it, or it's not your favorite, or what's up with that?
I mean, I was loving it, bro. You had to get money coming in one way or the other, you know. You got your little suitcase, you know. You put your clippers in, you show up to the house, a good chair, good lining, do the haircut, do what you there to do, get your money and bounce to the next house, you know.
But I feel like in theory that sounds dope, but I can't imagine every house having an ideal haircutting situation environment. Like, were you guys cutting like in somebody's restroom, then the next day you were cutting somebody's kitchen, in
the backyard,
then you're cutting in the backyard next to somebody's
Man, it
dogs?
was summertime, man. It was like, I remember it was June, July, 110 degrees.
Oh man.
I'm thinking, man, they gonna take me inside, you know, to the AC, because it would make me walk through the house. It'll feel nice and cool.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, we're going to the garage, bro. And I'm like, dang. Or they'll have you in the back patio and you'll be sweating like crazy, bro. Like,
You should have taken like 10 bathroom breaks. You know, I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom. And leave them there. Just
bro,
get some AC
all you
in
want
there.
to do is just finish and go, bro. 'Cause the longer they're outside, the more you sweat.
Yeah,
the more they sweat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it harder when they start sweating and they get that little bald fade. Oh man, you in there.
That's been me. I've been getting haircuts years ago. Like, for some reason,
You get a bald fade.
I think no. I'm talking about sweating. Like, I was taking like some sort of like supplement while I was in the gym, and like it would cause me to sweat a lot. And then like I used to be in a barber chair, and like out of nowhere I would just start sweating. Horny goat weed? No. Horny goat weed is the shit though, but that wasn't what it was back then.
What does it do?
Horny goat weed? Y'all never heard of horny goat weed?
Oh my
I've
God.
seen it, but I don't know what the fuck it does.
It's a natural supplement for men. And like it does, one of the biggest things with a name like horny goat weed is it gives you like
Wings?
some fatter boners or shit. But the thing is, it also helps with like the blood circulation in your body, right? And like your natural testosterone.
It's basically like a pre-workout pill. So when
For your dick.
No,
for you,
that's one of the side effects.
That's one of the side effects.
That's one of the side
You get
effects.
one hell of a pump at the gym.
On right now. We turned them on. They were
Hey, tell me where I can get this horny goat weed.
So basically, it gives you a good pump for the gym.
I'm gonna pretend it's Monday Night Raw.
Make sure you take it an hour before.
This ain't no Friday turn of Monday.
or Thursday night SmackDown.
Hey, but real talk, like how Daniel was saying, when you take it, I mean, depending on like which brand you take, it's like taking a pre-workout. Your body gets really hot and tingly.
What you take, Brian?
Slim Bandits. Hey, that shit gets
They were blue, right?
They were red.
With the rhino?
With the rhino?
No rhino.
Or the gorilla?
You talking about the liquor store things?
The little blue pill
Which animal did it have?
for $12.99.
Or was it a Pokemon with like Snorlax?
No, that
That one put you to sleep, bro.
Just so you guys know, horny goat is a real supplement. Like, it's not like some fucking weird fucking
It'll give you
liquor
energy
store
for the
shit.
rest of the day.
Yeah, on
though.
Amazon.
Huh?
Amazon.
Yeah, you can find all kinds of
Amazon,
supplements on Amazon.
GNC.
You got Tanya over here chirping like, man, what are they talking about?
Let me mute her headphones real quick. Okay?
I learned it from him.
Yeah. Now, horny goat, bro. When I first heard about it, I heard it from the Hodge twins. You guys ever watch their YouTube channel?
No.
The Hodge
You
twins.
first heard about it when you first tried it.
What?
When we first heard about him.
I heard about it through the Hodge twins.
Oh, okay.
They have like a YouTube channel of like fitness and comedy, right? So like they review like supplements and they're fucking funny as hell. And they were talking about horny goat weed, and I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? And then that's when I figured it out. And then you do all the research and you're like, oh shit, and that's how you got. That's how I found out about it.
Man, this
And then I let all my boys know, like, y'all heard about this horny goat weed shit?
into it.
And they're like,
took a right.
they're like, nah, what is it?
Turn real quick. It went from barbering to
It's
horny
Friday Night
goat
Raw.
weed.
That's what it is.
Hey, that's what happens. We got Daniel here, man. He'll definitely drive the bus that way.
I'll do the SmackDown for sure.
All right, let's take it back, man. We were talking about something before. Oh, we were talking about sweating. That's how we got on horny goat weed.
Yeah, there you go.
From sweating to
Horny goat weed.
Friday Night Raw.
Hey, that's the beautiful thing about the podcast. I'm telling you, it's casual. You know, like all this shit is cool. Like it's not. You don't gotta be like in radio. I love radio, but radio you gotta be super clean.
I think they loosened up, bro.
What?
They
Who loosened up?
A little bit.
Oh yeah, they did. You know what it was? It was that topic. You know, it got a little. Anyways, whatever. All right, so I used to sweat like out of nowhere. Like my body used to just start sweating, and my barber used to like kind of take a towel and like dry me off.
Oh, man, you was showering.
What do you guys do when that happens?
Blow dryer.
That's hot though. That'll make you sweat.
Hey, it's 2020, bro. We got the cold AC.
Oh, okay.
You gotta leave that
On there.
Dang, yo, I don't know why she didn't do that. That's fucked up. She used to just come and dap me, and I used to be like hot as fuck. I'm like,
Oh, she
hurry
probably
the
got
fuck
that $20
up.
blow dryer that only got hot, bro.
Dang.
That's probably what it was.
That's probably what it was.
Don't lie,
So
bro.
that's what you guys do? Just throw some cold air on him?
Yes, sir.
Did you have to
Spray
have
some
like
water a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you have to have like a tripod, hook it up to like the blow dryer so it stays there?
You know what? That would be amazing.
What are some other things, some other funny things that might have happened to you as a barber when dealing with clients?
We get stalkers.
You get stalkers. Oh, let's talk about that.
Oh no, that's for story time.
Barbershop.
We'll leave that for story
Yeah,
time.
we'll leave that for story time. But just talk about individual stuff. Like,
Some
You get people
people
that
just
fall asleep?
stink.
Oh no way. No.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, they just come with their order, bro. Like,
Yo, you know which one's the worst ones? Where you gotta cut the top with scissors
Uh-huh.
and you spray that water.
What's wrong with that?
And
just like,
what's wrong
it
with-
brings
I
out
smell
their
that
odor.
Sewer.
Cut the top of it. What you talking about?
You can tell, like, when
Like
they
the-
haven't showered.
once you
It's
throw
like
some
once you
water
put
on there.
water, that's how you'll know.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, so going to the gym first and then going to get a haircut is not the best thing.
No,
oh,
don't do
we're gonna
that,
have to
bro.
put some
Febreze on
head
your
and
head.
shoulders on your head to take you to the shampoo sink.
Damn, you know, high key, bro, for years, I used to do that.
Oh man,
I used to go to the gym and then go get a haircut.
Oh,
You need to do
no.
opposite.
They're not the people we want at the barbershop.
You don't smell it, but we smell it.
Yeah, right? I
Once that water
feel.
comes in, man, it's a whole different story.
Oh, man. All right. There you go. For all listeners, make sure you take a shower before going
Is
to
everybody's
the
set
barbershop.
different?
Oh,
Or
please.
is
Hold
it
on.
like-
Before he said every client take a shower before they come to the barbershop, or you could just come over here to the cutting edge, and we got a shampoo sink in there. We'll wash your hair for you.
Yeah.
For a little extra fee, you know.
Get a shampoo.
Get a shampoo for a little more.
A little more dough.
A little massage or something.
Little massage for $5 more.
Oh,
Hey, whoa, what kind of massage, eh? Huh? It better just be a head massage, scalp massage.
You said head massage?
Yeah, I
Scalp
don't do that.
massage.
What you mean you don't do that? You gave me a head massage.
You must have been sleeping. Dreaming.
Well, for anybody listening, man, for my birthday, my girl got me an appointment with George to get my hair cut, and then he did like a shampoo thing.
I did give him a little
Yeah,
scalp massage.
give me a little thing there. It was my first time
You went with the word scalp.
with my worst scalp. A bunch of freaking caspa and shit.
Sorry.
So can you tell us your experiment when you got your whole head washed and everything?
I'm gonna be 100% honest. It was great. He used a shampoo thing that I first learned about with my girl. What's it called, babe?
Tea tree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Super fresh.
Yeah.
Like I felt like my head was on fire in a good way. Like it was very
Minty.
like
Minty.
refresh- minty. Minty's the way to think. But I'm also gonna say this. Like most of my life, I've been getting my hair cut by a girl. So it was kind of weird to have like a man like
The little calluses and shit.
washing my hair. It was a little weird. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, you got to think, man. I've had years with just a girl cutting my hair, and then like I never understood that because I talked to a lot of guys, and this is a good
I
conversation
rub
right
your
now.
head all the time. What do you mean?
Yeah, well, that's just over here, bro. This is what, man. This is why I was worried about drinking iced tea before we started the show. For all the people watching. Anyways, so like I used to talk to my friends and be like, "Oh, I only let girls cut my hair because I feel like it's kind of weird to let a guy cut my hair."
Right.
And a lot of guys' response is, "Nah, that's weird. I feel like girls can't cut." Now let's talk about that for a minute. I feel like
Defending Tanya right
this is gonna be a good conversation. I feel because my entire life, ever since I was like a little kid, like Ethan's age, my dad used to take me to the barbershop somewhere like Pacoima. It was like some lady that would cut my hair. Right, then we moved up here. Some dude cut my hair for a little bit, and then like I went to another barbershop, and it's just been the same lady like most of my life. Then I met my girlfriend, and she's a girl, you know, so she cuts my hair. And so like it's just kind of what I know, right? It's just kind of what I got used to. But you know, there's guys that say they think girls can't cut hair. I know girls could cut hair. You guys know girls can cut hair.
Right.
But then there's guys like me that prefer a girl to cut their hair. Let's talk about that. What was that dynamic like? How do you guys feel about guys that think girls can't cut hair?
I mean, there's a lot of girls that can think up the top of my head that are better than guys at barbers, you know. But at the same time, you got to think there's a lot of guys out there that don't like you, that don't want guys to touch their hair, you know. And sometimes you come in the shop and there's people who are like, "Well, I want a girl to cut my hair," and then this vice versa. You got a guy that comes to the shop and says, "Oh, I don't want a girl to cut my hair. I want a guy." You know, at the other shop where I was at, there was only 3 guys and. What was it, Tanya? Like 4 girls?
Yeah, like
4
4 or
girls,
5
and they'll
girls.
come in, and the girls will be available, and they'll be like, "Oh, I want a guy to cut my hair," and it's you know,
What,
it's just
like it was
preference,
four
you know?
barbers at the other shop? Is what
Yeah, it
you're
was
saying?
3 guy barbers and 4 girl barbers.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes you know there'll be 2 girls available, and they'll come in. I'm like, "You ready?" "Oh, you know, I'd rather have a guy cut my hair."
You know what?
I mean?
Don't knock it till you try it. You know, like
Yeah.
it really depends on like the way I see it. I think it's more like who has the talent,
Right.
instead of just who's feminine, who's more who's the
Right.
masculine.
You know,
whatever.
to be honest with you, I honestly feel like women are more detailed.
Yeah, that's another thing
Yeah, I feel like women are more detailed. No offense to
to the guys.
the guys, including myself. I just feel like girls are more detailed.
Yeah.
They're more into the smaller things, you know.
And as a
And that's in
guy,
everything in life, though, you know.
yeah, that's not just hair. Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah. It was
As a guy, I felt like if I had a question or if I wanted to try a new haircut, I could ask the girl like, "What do you think about this?" And I mean, it's the opposite sex, so like they could not specifically about me, but just in general, I can get a girl's opinion on like, how do you feel about this haircut on guys?
Right.
And a guy, I don't know. I mean,
yeah, it's cool, bro.
you feel me?
You can
yeah,
you can rock it.
Yeah, you can get.
We just want to
Everyone's
cut the hair.
yeah. So that's what I felt. That was another thing that I felt.
Well, at least me. I don't
Yeah.
know
You-
about that.
the DJ Khaled haircut.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Oh, that's funny. No, sorry, but I actually saw that poster you guys have inside of the shop. I thought that was cool because it has like different artists.
Yeah, that gets a lot of attention.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. It's good.
What's it like when people come and look at that poster and say like, "Can I get that?" Has that ever happened?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's
Do you guys? Has anybody been dead ass serious?
Yeah, no.
Yeah?
Yeah, we get a lot of it.
What was that?
The George Clooney, yeah.
George Clooney?
Yeah, usually the older folks, they want the George Clooney.
Now, what does the George Clooney consist of?
It's pretty much a regular haircut.
Regular haircut?
Just comb with everything comb to the back.
And then scissors or clippers?
Just a business cut, comb to the back. Oh, that's all.
All right.
Like
a gentleman's cut?
Yeah.
Or if you want the
Interesting.
Drake, then
If you want what?
Drake.
The Drake?
Drake.
Jorge Arellano right here.
Oh, yeah.
You need to stop that right
with
now.
the beard and
Bro.
everything.
That's funny. My girl did a thing on my beard the other day. It was pretty dope. What's that called? What's that treatment with the spray?
Topic? Was it a fiber? Oh, I think it's like fiber.
Oh, the enhancement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys do that? You guys offer that there? I mean, she did it on me, but is that a service you guys do? Yeah?
There's different things, we do it to make your beard look a little fuller than what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't see what it look like. I can't grow a beard for shit, but
Oh, you're on YouTube. It's cool. They can see.
well, I can't grow a beard for shit. But if you come in and it looks like yours is growing, we'll get you right, man.
Right on.
Gotta give it a try.
What if I don't have one and I want one?
We'll draw one.
We go
Yeah.
to Home Depot
Best
aisle,
believe
we go
we'll
to the
draw
paint
one.
section. We get that spray can and we get that little,
Permanent.
cutting edge
3 to 4 weeks.
Real talk. What is that called though? Because I see memes about like ladies. Imagine you got a guy at the club and then like his beard disappears the next day. Is there a name for that kind of beard?
It's really enhancements.
Yeah?
It's beard
Dang.
enhancements, color enhancement, whatever you want to call it.
That's crazy.
I know what you have the pen as well, right?
Yeah.
It's like an eyeliner pen, and if you got a little gap on your beard, you want to fill that in. We'll just color it in.
You just can't wash your face, right?
Yeah, don't
wash your
do
face.
it.
Shower.
Get you ready for the day.
The body.
I'm assuming those are for the people that like have something set for later the day.
Right.
And then you just
Definitely.
want to look good.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's dope. I want to get back real quick to the topic about girls cutting hair, since we got a girl here in the crew. What is it like being a girl in a male-dominated industry?
I feel like I get underestimated a lot. Like a lot. And then,
Facts.
but I like the fact that when they first sit on my chair, they give me attitude. Or
You
sometimes-
like that? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've been doing this all wrong.
dealing with it for so long. It got to the point where I'm just used to it.
Okay.
So when they give me attitude, there's times when I try to still be calm about it, and then I just cut hair, and then eventually they change their whole,
Perception.
yeah, they all of a sudden start being nice. All of a sudden, and then I don't know. I just like proving people wrong, and I really try. There's times when they give me attitude, and
We're gonna refill the Kool-Aid. Anybody want some more Kool-Aid?
Oh, we're here.
I'll take a little cup.
Yeah. Give me the grape. Continue.
I want the blueberry punch.
Do you ever have a situation where you feel that you might want to go to a different industry? Not now, maybe, because I can tell things are very good, but in your period as a barber, was there ever a moment you're like, I think I want to switch because of that reason?
no,
No?
that was never the reason for me to want to switch.
That's dope.
The only reason for me to want to switch was the whole pandemic, but I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like I like what I do, and me being me, like, I just feel like if I can't do something, I try to like learn. I try to learn, or at least I try my best to satisfy people. But
And I think I could kind of step in on this one, and I know she knows exactly what I'm about to say.
I'm just raising my hand for the Kool-Aid.
That's right. I've worked with her for about 3 months now, and you could call it a very short time. But I've learned a lot from her. Man, I always tell her when someone gives her like a little attitude or can she cut, and I always back her up. I will always back any one of
people ask that like right in front of her?
Right in front of her. No,
Definitely.
Disrespectful. And you know what? I kind of look at her and I kind of smile because I know that she's tough, bro. And I kind of look at her and I'll smile like, and then she'll kind of step up for herself like, well, you could try it if you want. Mm-hmm. Like you're not entitled. There's no gun to your head. You don't have to try.
Wait for one of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know they'll do their thing, whatever, when they feel like okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
Bro, she'll cut their hair so good, like
she just gained a client.
Yeah. At the end, oh hey, so what's your name again? What days are you off?
Mm.
And I kind of, you know, we always do this. You know, once they leave, we kind of look at each other like, man, this dude, he didn't know what he had coming from. Like,
yeah.
And I always tell her, like, I love when you prove people wrong. I've told her so many times, like, I love when you prove people wrong. Like, it's just funny to me. Like, you came in with a whole attitude, a whole demeanor about a woman cutting your hair, that you left wanting to ask for your info, for your days off, etc., etc. And now you want to come back again because now you like this so much that you want to come back.
Yeah.
With her. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Right on.
And I went is that for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've worked with Tanya for 3 years, and I've seen that many times. I got used to it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that there's other, you know, female barbers all around the world with the same
definitely.
case, right? That are just like showing that they can also cut hair,
Definitely.
right? Guy hair, right? Because
Right.
that's another one that I hear say all the time. They specifically emphasize on guy hair. Can you cut guy hair? As if guy hair is different. I mean, I'm sure the styles are different, obviously, but
Styles, textures.
you
and all
get
that,
what I'm saying.
Right.
And I want to say this too. Like, one thing I like working with guys, even though, like, I'm like, right now I'm the only girl at the shop. But I know, like, no matter how the haircut will turn out, I know they have my back.
Yeah.
You know, like, they won't ever, like, let anyone disrespect me and stuff like that. Or if I kind of need help, like, they'll step in,
Word.
things like that. So,
Now on the
I don't
opposite
know about it.
on the opposite end on that, with still the same dynamic, her being a girl in like a male dominated industry, obviously over the years you've kind of encountered, you know, guys trying to get at you, stuff like that, or even other guys in the barbershop trying to get at you. You know, what is some advice that you have for other female barbers that might be dealing with stuff like that?
I think it just depends on the girl. I think the girl is in charge of how far she lets anything go. But I don't think it's just in the barbershop because we get hit on no matter where we're at.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think it's fair to say that in a barbershop, there's going to be a higher ratio of guys than there is in, you know, it's a place where men go to, right? So numerically, there's more guys. But whether you're going to get hit on there or not, I don't know. I mean, I know women get hit on all the time.
Well, yeah, but I think just working at a shop, a lot of guys mentally just don't think about, I'm going to go and hit on a girl. They just mentally go and then just be like, I just want my hair cut. So, I mean, here and there is guys that just look, but I don't think guys come in to get a haircut and hit on a girl.
Right.
So,
I feel like for the most part, they're pretty respectful.
yeah, I don't think it's rarely a chance when there's somebody comes up and then actually does something. But I mean, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Like, especially with girls, I think it just depends on the girl, like I said.
Yeah. Now, I'll get to you in a second. Is this a real thing or just a stereotypical thing that like maybe a cute girl barber will get a higher tip than a guy?
That is true. I've seen
It's got to be true, right? I mean, it's biology.
But I gotta change the subject a little bit here. Girl, they ain't the only one that get hit on. Us
What's that?
barber guys, man, we got the margins. I want to speak for ourselves, man.
That's a good one. I didn't think about
And it's
that.
not just about the girls.
They're hitting you up for a different type of appointment?
Oh man,
House calls.
I don't know what it is. Man. It ain't only the girls in here. I just want you guys to know that. You know?
Yeah, you get the moms, the single moms in there.
It's half and half. You know
Yeah?
what I mean? And,
Single moms
and
too?
So I imagine you be getting the big tips from those too, right?
man,
Oh, he was cute.
He's giving the tips.
Positive something.
He's giving the tips. That's funny.
It goes both ways, man. It goes both ways.
Yeah, right on. All right, cool. That was just an interesting thing I wanted to talk about. I've always told her that like it'd be nice to have like a girl barber on here to ask about what it's like to work in an all male industry.
Definitely.
But all right, let's keep it moving. Daniel,
You guys get any like female clients?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What do they normally get?
It depends.
Yeah. What are your varieties?
I mean, if it's long hair, girl hair,
Tanya's
Tanya does them.
Mm.
Then we get those girls that they get the fade,
Amber
We get the
Rose.
other girls that get the undercut, where they just the whole back is tapered.
and coloring, is that something you guys do for that situation? Do you guys offer that?
Soon.
Soon. Okay.
There
In
it
the
is.
works.
In the works.
Noise.
Right on.
You know.
What
We
about
don't have our...
I'll be doing it most likely.
Well,
Alright.
we gonna make sure
I'll
she
teach
teaches them.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
She's gonna
I feel
teach
like
them
we should
people.
all offer more things. I feel like
yeah, most
sky's
definitely.
the limit.
Mhm.
It's like I always tell them, like, the little things always count.
Yeah,
If we could do a little extra,
Plus, there's more money in the bank.
right? If we could just throw a little extra, it goes a long way.
yeah.
That's
Uh,
what's up.
1 second, Ethan. we have a little homie here in the studio. You turn that down for me, please. Thank you, buddy. All right. I lost my train of thought. Barbershops. You said you were at one shop for 7 years. Okay.
Yeah.
You've been cutting hair for how long years?
About 8.
8.
13.
Dang, you're old.
8. Okay. What's a couple of things you guys have noticed change in the dynamics of the barber industry, or just
Prices.
a barbershop in general?
Prices is a big one.
Prices.
Yeah.
Prices. When I first started at the shop I was at, haircuts were $11.
Damn, talk about throwback.
It's
10,
big,
11, yeah.
It's a big difference. That's what I mean. Haircut style, everybody does everything. Sometimes it switches depending on the area, but
Yeah.
it's just the number one thing.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with like the depending on the areas situation, because I remember one time I think where was Brandon's wedding?
Tehachapi.
It's like Tehachapi area. It was my first time walking into this barber shop. I needed like a last minute barber cut. And I ended up getting this style that I have right now currently, and they charged me $20 for that.
I like it.
I was like $20. I was like, all right, cool, thank you.
Was
I
that
knew
a lot for that? I mean,
I feel like it was, because it was like normally I was used to like just having around $13-15 haircuts, And I still tip, but I still had a tip on top of the 20. I was like, oh damn, this was like maybe 2 years ago.
yeah. That's a good conversation there, because I've seen on YouTube people compare like a $25 haircut to like a $80 haircut. I'm not a barber, so I don't know the difference. Can y'all break it down for us?
And this is like a older looking barber shop, like someone found on this like on a corner.
I think, this is the topic I've been bringing up.
Mhm.
Like, don't undersell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We're licensed professionals. We got a bunch of fees we need to pay.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm gonna speak for the squad here. We're dope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just say it with full confidence. Usually I try to be a little humble about it, but I can't be humble about this. We're dope. And I just feel like our talent is worth a lot more than what we charge. They always ask me, hey, I charge this much.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the one to throw extra 5 on whatever they think was too much.
Mm-hmm.
Just because times are changed. Times changed. Everything's expensive right now.
Mm-hmm.
Our trade has been suffered by this whole COVID thing. And everyone, I don't know if you guys noticed, but people were scrambling to get a cut. Like, they didn't know what to do when we weren't around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know all of our phones were probably blowing up during COVID season.
Mm-hmm.
And, times are different right now. Price of living is different.
What about
And I don't mean like, I didn't mean to mention that like, oh man, it's so expensive.
No.
I'm cheap, whatever. But I tip well. Like per my haircut, normally I think they're like around right now they're like $17-18.
Right.
But I make sure that I pay $30.
And that's where we go. That's where we go to area.
because they're making me look good, you know.
Right.
Appreciate it.
I honestly feel like it kind of goes to area at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Area, and then I think you can work at it anywhere though, and whatever you feel like your price is. Maybe that person just felt like his haircut was worth $20. Some people always say, I think I charge too much. That's how I go about things. I know I do get a lot of people that kind of tell me, oh, that sounds a little too much. And you know, and I'd love to help everyone I can, but that's just how I feel like I'm worth.
What about the non-tippers? How do you feel about that?
Yeah. That's that a thing?
Well, that's why I put my price where I need to put it at.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you know, like as long as I get my money, I'm good.
Okay.
But coming back.
Yeah.
As long as they come back, then.
But you know, like we're just gonna do some shop talk here.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't want to do them no more.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's
or
what
they're not on the priority
That's
list.
what we want the whole podcast to be. Shop talk, though. Don't hold back on us now.
Yeah, like, sometimes we don't want them to come back. You feel me? Or we're just like, man, you were so picky and you didn't even tip. You made a 30-minute haircut go to a whole 45 minutes, 50.
Now here's my other question. What do you guys think is like an acceptable tip?
Yes.
Like in your point of view, like
I think 5.
About 5?
It's
$5 on top of whatever the price is.
It's like a restaurant.
Depends on the service. If it's like a haircut and beard, 10.
That's right. Okay, yeah, there you go.
That's a good point to bring up. And then if they did on top of that, they did like enhancements, what you guys call, right?
Right.
And like,
you know, you get the little extras, the ear hair, the eyebrows.
What's the biggest tip each and every single one of you have gotten in your career?
Starting with Tanya. Go.
I think I know the answer to this one.
One time I got like 120, another time I got 100.
Yeah.
Damn, her being a girl.
120.
I know, bro.
Yeah. I forgot like 120 or 140 and then 100.
And then she went and she bought me some shoes. So I said, thanks, guys. Whoever tipped her that, thanks. Nah,
Shout out to whoever tipped.
Appreciate that. Hey, Christmas is coming. Y'all keep them tips coming, all right?
There you go.
George, go ahead.
This was on a house call. I got about $200, but it was a house call.
How many people did you cut?
Just one.
Just one? What was the price, the total of that haircut? That just without the tip?
You know what? I show love to my people. It was during this whole pandemic stuff.
Okay.
I didn't overcharge people, so I was just charging my normal price, which was a haircut and beard, $30.
So you got $230 in total.
No, I got my
200.
170.
Okay, all right.
But it was a total of 200.
Okay, I get it. So for those $100, was it, as an example, $30 plus the additional 100, or was he just gave you 100, including the haircut, and said
Plus
keep the rest?
Haircut. It was just a regular haircut, and then he paid for the haircut, and then he paid
$100. Wow, that's cool. Luda?
I've got 100.
100?
Yeah.
With not including the haircut.
Nah, with the haircut, I'm not gonna lie. I actually got $100 a lot of times, and this whole pandemic, every week for like 7 weeks, there's this guy used to come here to Coattail right up the street.
Yeah.
Named Jonathan. He actually works for Coattail High School. I used to call him and his son. He used to give me 100, but it was number 2 all around on both of them. It's walk in the park. If any barber knows, 2 all around, it's a walk in the park.
But I think that's dope though for house calls, because you guys go through a lot going on these house calls. You gotta like pack up your stuff. You gotta drive from who knows where all the way to where they live. Then you gotta cut hair and like, you know, like
It's
in the
very
heat.
inconvenient.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of things. So that's pretty dope, man. That's really generous.
With this whole pandemic, you know, a little drive, that felt good, to be honest with you.
Get out the house.
Yeah, we went in low on milk. Let me go get a milk.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what
the
I
one
mean?
time you're actually driving the speed limit because you want to cruise.
So good.
Fonse, what about you, man? Highest tip?
100.
100? Wow.
Highest.
Dang. Y'all doing it over here. That's what's up, man.
He usually get the guy that comes every 4 days for 100.
4
Yeah.
days, or sometimes they twice. You know.
Yeah.
The next day.
Have you guys ever had somebody come into the shop and be like, oh man, I left all my cash at home? Like you guys take Zelle or whatever?
He's like, that's not a problem.
Nah.
Next door.
Zelle?
Shoot.
Yeah,
Now
good.
we work next to all 3 major banks, so it's not a problem.
Oh really?
Yep.
Nice.
There it is.
Literally next to
So
it.
so what do you guys? What specifically do you guys take then?
Cash,
Okay.
tax purposes.
Well, what if? Okay.
Right.
What
on.
if an emergency happens? Like some guy literally just happens. Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and move it on to competition in the barber industry. There's a lot of barbershops coming up, you know, at least now. I don't know if it's because I'm dating a barber now, but I notice more barbershops now than I used 2 years ago. So is that just me tripping, or do you guys notice more barbershops popping up? Yeah? Okay. How, go ahead. What is like something that you guys see, you know, that is effective as a business and as a shop to try to provide more service than your competition, or how do you guys maneuver that? Because I've seen some shops that'll be like in one street there's a shop, and then like 3 businesses down there's another shop. You know, like it's pretty crazy. Let's talk about that.
Oh, we got a lot to talk about this.
I mean,
Let's spill
Give me a
it.
second. Give me a second.
I'll say something really quick.
Names spoken, please.
Yeah, no names.
Are we good?
All right, let's get it.
I'll say something really quick. And I can speak for us four. You know, there's no competition out there. We're not in a competition with nobody. We're in a competition with each other. You know what I mean? There's so much money to be made. We all have the same 24 hours. Everybody can eat the same. I don't see any competition. I don't see no threat. I'm in a competition with myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I feel like I could do this much, I want to be able to do more. You know what I mean? And George told me many times, man, just as long as we're eating, let everybody else eat. You know, there's enough for everybody. That's why I like this guy, man. He's very humble.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not like, oh, let's do this. They're doing this. No.
Everybody's got.
We don't worry about any of that. We just worry about ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like I'm in a good place. I don't gotta worry about. I just gotta worry about each other. You know, if say us 3 here are eating and Ponce ain't, we're gonna shoot him people. Say them 3 are eating and I'm not, you know, they're gonna help me out. We're trying to help each other. We're not worried about the outsiders. We're just, everybody's gonna worry about themselves. We're just gonna do our own self. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't feel like there's any competition. We just worry about ourselves.
Right. Okay. Right on. Anything you guys want to add on that?
I think everybody just wants to be like their own, kind of do their own little, thing. But I don't think that's competition. Everybody wants to be their own boss as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right on.
Right. I think that's what I kind of told everyone from the jump. Like I was telling Tanya, like, you're your own boss.
Mm-hmm.
Luda, you're your own boss. Brian, you're your own boss. I think everyone should just be in competition with themselves to be the better person the next day.
Dope. I like that.
I feel like I kind of bug. I always tell them, hey, I need your pictures. Hey, I need you to post. Anything you need posted, tag the shop. And
but
I think they're doing pretty well.
Tactic, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
I think they're doing. I feel like nowadays social media is like the way to go.
Yeah.
To promote yourselves.
Which is a thing that I was thinking about when I was referring to in competition. Like I get that there's no competition as far as like, you're always trying to be better with yourself. But in the world of business, you got a Burger King in front of a McDonald's.
Right.
It is two services, two things providing the same service.
I just think
so. What do you do? And your answer with that would be like promote more on social media.
Right. I just think that there's ways to go about your competition, because let's just be honest, there is competition everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
In any field that you do. There could be another podcast that wants to maybe feel like they're in competition with you. For listeners, let's just say that.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
That's what we have as well. And I'm not saying we as in us cutting edge, but I'm just saying we as in your industry.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Everyone wants to one up the next person, especially if you're near somebody.
Mm-hmm.
If you're near the next shop. My whole thing is I always tell them, just try to be 2 steps ahead. You know what I mean? Be original.
Yep.
Everyone could always just come and see what we're doing, but they're coming to us to see what we're doing. You feel me? So let's just try to be 2 steps ahead.
Yeah. Customer service is really
and
good
if they
too,
go
right?
and do the same things as we do, don't worry about it. See that as see it as a compliment. See it as a compliment that we're actually doing something right.
There you go.
One thing I noticed that we all kind of could agree on is that we're all pretty much focused on showing people that we all get along, especially because like from previous shops that we come from, we all kind of like we want to see each other grow. And one thing I like is that like Luda said earlier, like we're not greedy with each other. Like if somebody has clients and I'm getting backed up and somebody else doesn't have a client, we'll be like, hey, do you want one? Like we push it to each other. We're not greedy. We're not like, no, like this is mine, and then we're not fighting against clients. And I think the fact that we're just showing that, like I said, we all get along, it's important for us because we want people to see that, because they're like, oh dang, they all get along, they're all joking around.
This goes back to the whole vibe thing.
And then they want to come. And then I like the fact that we're all joking around, being ourselves, and then clients are a part of it and laugh with us, so it feels like a family. Like we're making our clients feel like family with us.
And that goes to
100%.
the number one priority in any service-based industry, which is customer service and customer experience. So the fact that you guys have a great energy and a great chemistry, it reflects in the customer experience. When you go in, they get a much better experience.
And I want to interrupt you on that one real quick. Sorry about that. But when you mean about customer service is, I worked at a previous shop and there was game days where we didn't have the channels, and Tanya can back me up on that. We didn't have those channels. And here at Cutting Edge, we have any game you want, anytime you want.
That's a good point.
And me being a sports guy, any game I want to watch, I'm only a click away, And
that's a big thing because,
definitely.
It's a barbershop. A lot of guys are sports guys, so they come in, they're like, yo, I was watching a game at the house. Like, can you click onto this channel real quick while I'm getting my
we
haircut?
don't got that channel here. No, but we got it here at Cutting Edge.
What?
You got a little fan right there. That's what's up.
George made sure of that.
Yeah, right on. Dope. All right, man. So we're coming towards the end here. Before we get to the story time, I just want to quickly ask, if you guys had to get rid of a lot of your tools but could only pick 3 for whatever reason, what would they be? And if that's any different from you, let's go ahead and start with you, Ponce. Was like 3 of the tools that you feel like including you would need,
including the accessories that you add onto the clippers.
Okay, we can include those in there.
Like an electric razor.
Okay, like they're about to send you to Afghanistan as their barber, and they say you can only bring 3 things. What do you take?
An electric razor, a senior,
The heck's a
and
senior?
a TL liner.
What's a senior? Break it down for the
Senior
listeners.
is like a wireless, like a clipper. Put some guards on it,
Okay.
You can do some blending on it, and then the TL liner is for lineups, and then the shaver, of course, to make it bald.
Okay,
Those
3.
I'll be set.
There it is. Luda, same or you got anything different?
Mine's a little different.
Okay.
I do the Babyliss Slimlines, which
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Slimline, the Babyliss trimmers with the edges, for lineups. And then I'll do the seniors, which is a cordless clipper that you can put anywhere from a half to a number 8.
Okay.
And that's usually your blending technique. And then I'll throw in one that uses the metal detachable, like you can throw an Oster, or I usually use the BGRCs, but they broke, so I ended up switching to the what was it? Bunch of the Oster, George, the one I just bought, Oster's Octanes.
And what's the metal detactor?
The Octanes, you use metal guards, so you can put like an OA1 or 1A or 1.5. So it's usually quick to knock the bulk down.
And those give you a different result than a plastic guard?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's people that only cut with metal guards, but I like to use the metal guard to knock the bulk down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody cuts different. George can tell you different, Tanya can tell you different, Ponce can tell you different. But if you're asking me what 3 things, that's my 3 things.
Right on.
So that makes my job easier.
Dope.
And it gotta be wireless, because out in Afghanistan we ain't got no cables.
There it is.
Where are you gonna charge it?
He got a battery pack. All right, we'll let him take that.
Solar powered.
George.
I'll probably say straight razor.
Okay.
A straight razor, you know. We'll go back to the senior things, you know, just so we could go anywhere from fading it to maybe cutting to a certain size. What else?
One more.
Oh, and the liner.
And the liner.
Liner. That's
All
pretty
right.
much it. That's the starting 3.
There it is. Tanya B.
Scissors, blow dryer. No, I'm just kidding.
Everything. I don't know. Scissors.
There you go.
I need a comb. I
Okay,
can't
that's
cut
one of your
without a
3
comb.
then.
I don't
So
know.
scissors and a
That's
comb.
why it's hard. Scissors, comb, and I guess my clippers.
Okay. What type of clippers? There's certain types.
Just the cordless.
LA Clippers
seniors.
or
LA Clippers. All right.
that's what's up.
Dope. All right. Cool, man. Dan, is there anything you want to add on before we get into story time?
I did. Just went away. But,
away.
right? Nah, I think that's it for me.
Okay. Cool.
We can go ahead into story time.
Yeah, let's get into story time. You guys already know the deal. And if you guys happen to have individual stories, that's totally fine too. So, what's something that comes to mind, you know, a story that you tell your friends and family about a certain situation,
Talks.
you know what I'm saying, that happened at the barbershop or while you were cutting hair or anything like that?
Y'all got individual ones, or you guys want to go with the
We'll
same?
start with Tanya, ladies first. You know, we'll work our way this way.
Let's do it,
And
Tanya.
end it with a big bang.
And yep, we'll end it with Ponce. We'll start it with
Big-
Tanya.
With the big butt. Oh, Brian, sorry.
The
my
Big
bad.
Bang story.
We're doing story
The
time.
big butt story.
We're gonna start off with Tanya.
I have a couple. It just.
Oh. I'm sure you guys do. You guys are dealing with people all the time.
I mean, I've had like girls come up to me while I'm cutting their man's hair, and then they like
I've
really
seen that.
pull them off.
I seen that.
And then they're
I'm
like,
over here acting surprised like I didn't hear this story before. I was like, what?
no way.
like, I'm cutting, and I just barely started, and they're like, "Oh, you're not doing it right." I'm like,
What the
I just started, like, and then they're like, "No, I don't like it. It's not supposed to look like that." I'm like, "Well, give me time to, like, you know, I don't know. It's just girls. I had a couple of girls just stare me
Toxic
down.
Talk las tóxicas.
Yeah.
Toxica.
So man, if you're gonna get a haircut from a beautiful barber,
Don't bring
leave your girl at home. All right. Next.
Jeez.
Well, you got another one. You got another one.
She
What
got
was
him
your
for
number-
days. She got him for days.
Well, being that we're coming off a pandemic, if you could include a pandemic story, maybe while you were at a house call, anything crazy happened?
No.
Like the AC broke. Like George's
I
story was really good.
I was.
They had him
no,
outside.
I mean,
Bro, I lost like 10 pounds that day.
I mean, I was really picky about my clients, so I mean, everybody's really respectful. So no one. I think as far.
You were never cutting in the sauna or nothing like that?
I mean, one time I went inside and me and the client were both sweating really hard. I'm looking at the air conditioner and I'm like trying to be like, it's hot. Like I'm trying to, you know, throw in signs so they can turn on the air and
Tell them about the chiles.
the chilas. Oh, one time I was cutting hair and then like a grandma decides to like, I'm cutting hair in the kitchen and then a grandma decides to like
Cut you.
boil chile.
Like start.
fried
in the
chile,
blender?
fried chile.
Oh my god.
Fried chile right next to me. So then, like, the whole house starts, like, coughing, including me. And I'm like, I'm barely starting the haircut, and I still have, like, 3 more. So, like, everybody's dying in the house. And
Did they want lineups?
Everybody had Rona at the moment.
yes, it was hard.
Damn. All right, George. What you got, man? Hit us with a story time.
I mean,
Come on, bro.
You got to top off 3 stories.
You got a couple cups of Kool-Aid. You got a story.
no, yeah, we definitely got a story. But it's all together.
You want to do
though.
the inclusive? Okay, we'll come back to that one.
Yeah.
Luda?
Ponce, you go. I go last.
This fool.
Last is George.
You said in order. You're next,
Saying
bro.
something.
You got something?
Story time,
Ponce
dog.
just got back. All right, we're doing individual story time. So like anything that
crazy.
happened to you while you were doing house calls, or maybe just at the shop, you know, and not just at Cutting Edge, but just in your entire barber
Right.
career, like something the story
crazy.
you remember, like, oh, dude, I was cutting hair, and
I got a story.
let me drink some Kool-Aid.
This was back in
This is about to be
2013.
juicy.
This was back in 2013. It was my
Damn.
second day of barber school. Ponce was next to me.
Oh, shit.
George was in school, but he was probably like on another row. So
Uh-huh.
George is not gonna remember this story, but
Okay.
out the barber school and I had to do a haircut, right? And it was the guy that came in,
Ethan.
and he wanted a number 2 on the side, with scissors on top, right?
Yeah.
So I'm new to the game, bro. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to look like I know what I'm doing, you know. And I remember I passed the number 2 on the side, and I had to do a clipper of a comb on the side, you know. And the teacher was showing me how to hold the comb to do my clipper of a comb. And I don't know what I was thinking, man. I've never put the comb out. I kept the comb in.
Oh.
So when I passed it with the clipper, left the guy bald spot about 2 inches, you know.
Damn. 2 inches wide?
Yeah, and it was bald, bro. It was bald.
It was bald.
Yeah, and he was the number 2 on the side.
Damn.
So I got cold feet real quick, bro.
Damn.
So you know what I did?
What?
I went home.
I thought you filled it in with
No,
like that.
man, I went home. Brian texted me like, hey, man,
Back then.
I got your clippers here. Where'd you go? And I went home, barbering for me. I messed up the dude's hair. I did a whole bot spot. I went back to school the next day. My teacher was like, hey, man, what happened? He started laughing at me. I'm like, I don't know what I was doing, man.
I
I'm
would have tried to
learning.
convince him to go bald on the side.
What happened with the guy? What was his reaction?
You know, to be honest, to this day, I don't know what happened. I left.
You just left the guy in a chair?
I cut it on the side and it was bald and he didn't know what was happening. So I said,
You said,
"Give
"I'll
me
be
a
right
second." No, he said, give me a second, I'll be back. I went to my car, went home. It was my second day of barbering school and I said, this is not for me. I'm not going to do it. I went home. And
Hey, but look how far you've come. Look how far you've come, man.
It was a long way. But yeah, man, I went home.
That is funny.
Ponce actually took my stuff home for me.
Homeboy left somebody in the chair.
I left him on the chair with the cape on, the Sonic, and everything, bro.
He's just sitting there. You know, rumor has it the guy's still sitting in the chair waiting.
With
the bald spot.
The ghost.
2 hours, so that was gone.
All right, Ponce, what's your story, man?
I've had people where they just like sometimes they get a haircut and they like, oh, let me get my money real quick from the car. Never come back.
That was actually the question I forgot earlier
Twice.
when you were asking me if I had anything.
Like dine and ditch?
Yeah, the dine and ditch. Damn, that sucks. When was this?
That was twice, but
Twice. Same guy?
Ah, hell no.
like 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Has the guy that has ever dine and ditch whatever? Has he ever gone back?
No.
Have you ran into him?
No, never.
Didn't you have a guy in your last shop that left for like hours?
Yeah.
And you guys thought that's what he did, but he actually came back?
Yeah, I was so sad because I was like, I felt really bad. Like I wanted to cry.
Yeah.
But thankfully he came back the next day and then he paid.
Damn,
me.
the next day.
Yeah, he came back the next day.
He was waiting for that check to clear.
I think you
I'm sorry,
The next day.
Like, I'm sorry, but we're still taking you to jail.
They do that. They pay the next day or next week sometimes. But
Nah, it happens.
clients.
Damn.
It happens a lot.
Yeah?
happens.
Oh,
or,
shit.
or sometimes you do the whole haircut and the beard, and they get up and they shake your hand and ask for your number. They give you a whole 20. They be like, "Yo, it's all you, bro. Keep the change." And you look at it, you're like, "What change, bro?
Bro, you guys were clowning me last time.
man. Really? How much is the haircut?" I'm like, "Bro, you
It's $20.
I did your haircut, your beard. You telling me to keep the change?
Yeah.
That reminds me,
Does that count, or we gonna walk to the bank together?"
yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Get that.
My brother-in-law used to tell me, this was back in like 2012. It was a lot, or maybe 2013. It was a long time ago, when haircuts were probably like, I don't know, how much were haircuts back then? Like $12?
12, 13.
13. He said he used to have this barber that I know you guys all know, but we're not gonna say anything. And then he used to like be like cut his hair, and then he used to give him a 20. You know my brother-in-law Israel. I don't know if you know him, but he said he used to cut his hair. Or she told me. Yeah, Ponce used to cut his hair.
Ponce cut the whole
Yeah.
world.
He's got like a
The famous Ponce
cone head shape. But anyways, whatever. He went to the shop actually. Yeah, but he won't remember anyways. So he's like so lost. He's like, I don't know what it is.
The taper?
Yeah, Ponce cuts
It's like a
strippers,
taper?
cuts everything.
Yeah.
And it's like the blowout
Yeah.
thing.
No, I'm talking Israel. Okay, let me get back to the story real quick. Israel's my brother-in-law. He would several times give this guy a 20, and a guy would just take the 20 and shake his hand and be like, all right, bro, I'll see you next time. And then like my brother-in-law is a good tipper, but he just didn't like the fact that he didn't give him a chance to tip. Like when somebody gives him a 20 and if the haircut's 12, they would be like, let me get your change. Or like, you want the change?
Oh, he'll just
You
keep
know,
the whole
he'd be like,
20.
all right, bro, thank you. I'll see you next time. And you know,
no, we
you get what I'm saying?
I know what you mean by that one.
My brother-in-law is a tipper. Like, he's really particular with his hair. Like,
Is it? Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
we had the same barber.
Yeah, okay.
We had the same barber.
All right. So like,
What's the barber's name?
huh?
What's the barber's name?
Israel.
He's got.
No, I'm just kidding.
What's the barber's name?
He just has a bad reputation around out here.
Yeah, I got a story to tell off this, but anyways, so check it out. So, you know, that just my brother-in-law just wasn't with that. He just wasn't with that. He was like, "Yo, man, give me some." Anyways, Ponce, you already told your story. The last story time is gonna be the entire shop together. You guys got a good one. What is it?
We got a
George,
stalker.
gonna go for it.
You got a what?
We got a stalker.
You got a stalker?
We.
You, all you guys got a stalker.
Damn, they got a thing for everybody.
George has a stalker.
George.
Who got a stalker? I hear George.
We got a stalker. We got a stalker.
So we started working.
What's his name?
What's his name?
It's a girl.
So we think.
Really?
Why do you think this?
Is it like a guy haircut on a girl, or like a girl with a
Pops up.
a guy with the girl haircut? Or?
Hey, this is real. This is real.
This is real.
Oh damn!
This is real.
Break it down, man. Why do you guys
gives me
think
the
this?
creeps talking about it, man? Like,
She got the white feet out. No
the lady
lie.
drives a white Fiat with no hubcap.
Crash
On the right side.
But what is it? Yeah, give us
Like,
something. Like,
I wanna believe that we're just probably chirping, like we're overthinking it. But man, she
We
just
got
pops up. She just pops up way too much, man. Just stares.
stairs. Like when she takes her kid in.
No, she don't got no kids.
She'll do a whole lap around your car and look at your license plates.
Damn.
What the heck?
They talking about our.
She'll follow you to the mall.
Dang.
She'll be at the shop at 7, 8 at night when we close at 6. She'll be at the shop at 8:30 when we open at 9. She lives right across the street. She'll come next door to our shop. And she'll be mad dogging like a mother. No lie, bro.
She has lunch outside too.
She
She looks like Michael Myers, bro. Like you run from Michael Myers, then you turn around and
She's right there.
Nah,
But it's her.
These guys, they say she looking for me because she always around my car.
Oh damn!
I feel like we're just tripping, but
Yeah, I want to think we are. The other day I got a little upset. I'm like, man, this girl's looking in my car. Like, she over here, like, staring super hard on my license plate. Like, I don't know what she's doing back there. I can't see.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in the shop. I can't see. So I don't know if she's taking pictures of my shit.
what we think, she likes George, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know, but
No, we know she does.
sometimes she comes around 3 times.
No, because look, check this out. George has 2 cars, right? He showed up with 1 car, and she memorized the car. You know, like a. She just memorized the car. And then
Yeah.
George switched it up and started bringing another car. So we're like, hey, you know what? The shop nickname for her is 5-0. All right. So
Okay.
we're like, yo, 5-0 hasn't been around. You know, it's crazy. And then, you know, it started raining like, 2 days ago?
Right.
And then George bring the original vehicle. We don't want to say the vehicle name because, you know,
Yeah.
they might be listening. But anyways, George bought that vehicle. Man, I was cutting hair. I was in there, you know, flicking the wrist on the haircut. I looked outside and I'm like, yo, 5-0 is out there, man.
I'll turn.
She did a whole lap around his car.
That's crazy.
And I will give you a clue. It ain't a small vehicle. It's like the vehicle is, you know, it's 8 passenger
Yeah.
car. And then he had that plastic thing on the license plate where you can't see it. You have to be up really close.
Yeah.
So she done did a whole 180 around the whole car. Looked at the car, started taking pictures. I'm like, yo, 5-0 is outside.
5-0.
She parked
5-0.
right next
So
to it.
if you see a white Fiat with a hubcap on the right
3.0.
side,
That's 5-0.
5-0. Like
It's
don't
5-0.
call 5-0,
Jesus.
just run.
There, just run.
Run, drive, whatever you want.
All right.
You know
there
what?
you go,
Just
fellow
the
listeners.
very particular things that we notice
All right, creepy.
And
that are a
then,
little creepy, yeah.
and then, sorry to say that. I mean, sorry to interrupt you, George, but we're going to bring Tanya into this because Tanya had a one-on-one conversation with her.
Oh, Tanya.
So, Tanya, can you tell us what happened on that day? About
Just so you guys know, our video might cut out in like a minute or two. So
Well,
in a minute.
in case this video might end on YouTube, if you guys are watching this on YouTube and the video ends right here, it's the reason. Cutting Edge Barbershop, right? You guys can follow them on Instagram.
Cutting Edge Barbershop.
There.
DP's 1.
There it is. So make sure you guys stay connected and check them out if you're trying to get a haircut if you are in the local AV area.
Yes, sir. We're located on 40th Street West and Avenue L. We're next to Baskin Robbins Chase.
Oh,
So
there it is.
both places I roll up to.
There you go.
Well, we've been waiting for you, man.
I just want to make sure we got that before the video cut out for YouTube.
Definitely. Just come check us out. Give us a try. Let us know.
I'll come through.
Let them get that
Please.
And if the line's too long, go next door, get an ice cream scoop, and then come back.
950 is there though. All right.
No. So really quick, what happened?
Go ahead.
What happened?
I pretty much like came up to her and then I just asked her like if she's like looking for anybody, and she's like, "No, I'm just meeting up a friend at Vaughn's." And I was like, "Oh, really?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have breakfast." And I was like, "You're gonna have breakfast at Vaughn's?"
Bro, she's she's delusional, bro.
Like, she's like,
Some
"Well,
bomb food there."
you know, like, and then I was like, "Well, I pretty much told her like I just think it's weird. You know, it's getting a little concerning that you pass by at like different times of the day multiple times." You know, so.
No, then she said something about getting her nails done.
Yeah, she kept changing the subject. Like, "Oh, I'm just thinking about getting my nails done." I'm like, "Okay, you think about getting your nails done every day?"
Every day, yo.
And then she's like, "Well, I'm thinking about getting my hair done." I'm like, "Okay, well, we're a barbershop, so you know we don't do girl hair." And
But you
like,
do.
I mean, she doesn't know that.
Okay.
No.
For other listeners though, they do.
She's never
girl
been
hair.
inside
To
anyway.
her, I don't. So I don't know.
It's just creepy.
Yeah.
She just kept
Sir.
changing the subject. She kept going around it, and I just told her like to stop parking
Yeah.
in front of the shop.
Yeah.
And then she
Pretty
did
much
for a
checked
little
her.
bit, but she kind of got over it, and now she's coming back.
She came back when George bought the other car.
Oh,
Dang.
it's the other car, bro. You got to sell it.
That's just going gone, bro.
All right, man. Well, hey, guys. Great story time. Great podcast. We appreciate having a lot of great, talented barbers here breaking down the barber industry. I appreciate you guys for coming by. Let's go ahead and plug in your individual Instagrams and your social medias so, you know, people can hit you up individually as well. So everybody can go ahead and do that except my girlfriend. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm just kidding. All right, let's go ahead and start with you, Ponce.
Hit me at